Hey everybody, I'm Russo, and I do a little work here and there. You are watching Raconteur Weekly, and this week I'm talking about what I guess amounts to an old project for me, and my hesitance to show it until now really is twofold. First, the thing is big, and really I just didn't have anywhere to set it up. And second, it has been in storage until very recently. And yes, this is it. A Blood Bowl pitch made of modular tiles that features a 1.5-inch grid. The field is comprised of 35 tiles of varying sizes and measures in at 22.5 inches by 39 inches, not counting the plain grass border that's around it. The plan was, once upon a time, to build this into an entire stadium, and while I am sure I'll finish it eventually, it isn't really a huge priority. That is, I don't have a table big enough for it right now. So yeah, various sizes of tile, all covered in Woodland Scenic's ready grass, some of which has seen a little bit of damage, but it's nothing that I can't handle. A little bit of paint might help, but I'm thinking some little patches of static grass might be even cooler. The design of the actual tiles is a modified version of Open Ground Papercraft Terrain, which you can find at opengroundterrain.tumblr.com. Link, as always, in the description. And Open Ground is basically what it looks like, an open source or really Creative Commons attribution version of WorldWorks Games Terrain Links, where Terrain Links uses a little tab to slide in. Open Ground uses little foam hourglass shapes, I guess. It's a little harder to put together, but once it's together, it generally stays that way. So, like I said, it's modular, which to me basically means it breaks down, and this is a shot of that, I suppose. This stack measures 6 inches by 7.5 inches by just under 9 inches, and it was pretty easy to find a box at Hobby Lobby to fit that nicely. In all, it's a good field, a good pitch, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend going to all the trouble of making one yourself. A better bet would probably just be to get the ready grass and draw the field on there. If you haven't seen my roll-up Blood Bowl pitch video, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. And you would basically do the same thing, but with grass. So yeah, I guess there are only a couple more orders of business here. First, since I mentioned the stands, I should probably show you what work I have done on them, and that's basically just some stone walls. And of course, all of this is cardstock, as I usually do, and just a bunch of brick shapes cut out all haphazardly and layered relief below that. So yeah, all in all, it's a cool pitch. It looks pretty cool except for the lines, between the tiles and everything. But you better be playing a few games in a row because this thing does take a minute to set up. That is, you gotta do it upside down and then flip it over without it falling apart. But the fact that you can do all that, put it together and then pick it up by one end and flip it over, says quite a bit for the Open Ground Terrain system. Pretty cool, check that out if nothing else. Oh, and also I will say, Atomico, I have not forgotten about you. The anvils are now out of storage, so soon, I say. So I guess I'm going to call it there. You have been watching Raconteur Weekly on Russo Works, and I'm Russo. Out.